got two thumbs and is a total sucker for an all-you-can-eat buffet? This guy. And to my wife's absolute horror, I have zero shame admitting my love for the trough. So when my wife booked the character breakfast for the family at the Crystal Palace in Disney's Magic Kingdom, I was already way more perked up than usual. Now, before I get into the part of this dining experience that really plunges us into some obscure history, let's talk about the food and the characters. Like most buffets, the food here is built for mass consumption. If you're trying to budget your precious stomach real estate, let me save you some time. Steer clear of the standard breakfast line. The scrambled eggs were rubbery and the bacon and sausage were completely ho-hum. Instead, save your tummy space for the good stuff, the frittatas and potato casserole. The frittatas were surprisingly tasty, and the potato casserole, mwah, chef's kiss. They also had roast beef hash. If you're feeling a little adventurous, give it a look-see. It had a low, smoldering spiciness to it. Next, shrimp and grits. I've never had shrimp and grits before in my life, and I ate a lot of them. And then a happy accident happened. All those shrimp and grits were much less filling and lighter than any of the other things I could have been eating, which means the rest of the day when I was walking around the parks, I wasn't carrying around a food baby. There was also churro waffles. Our server told us that these were the best part. Honestly, they were good, but they didn't change my worldview. And then we have the characters. The Crystal Palace features the crew from Winnie the Pooh. So as we dined, Tigger, Piglet, Eeyore, and Pooh Bear all took turns interrupting me eating. The little kids liked it. They absolutely loved it. And honestly, so did all those off-putting Disney adults in the room. There were a lot of them. But here is the part that truly delighted me. And it requires a little bit of context, so please bear with me. One of my favorite history units to teach in my classes is the Industrial Revolution. Like with any subject, I try to refresh my memory before I teach it. While prepping this year, I saw a picture in an old AP World History textbook that took me down a uniquely obscure historical rabbit hole. Victorian era greenhouses. Go ahead, judge me all you want. Thanks to the sudden mass production of cast iron and glass in the early 1800s, these greenhouses started popping up everywhere, especially in Britain. Before this boom, only the ultra-wealthy could afford a metal-framed building with so much plate glass. I learned that in 1851, the original Crystal Palace was constructed in London for the Great Exhibition. It was built to showcase modernity, industrial production, and let's be honest, it was a massive flex for the British Empire to show off its global status. Dignitaries from around the world traveled to ooh and awe at the industrial tech that was showcased in the building. They would marvel at the fact that entire mature trees could fit inside the building, or they would stand speechless at the realization that they built the entire thing in just 39 weeks. Honestly, I could go on and on about it. This whole Victorian greenhouse deep dive was something that caught my attention during the dead of winter. So it was incredibly cool to sit there and see how the very building we were gorging ourselves in was inspired by the 1851 original. As you look around the restaurant, you can see it. Beautiful natural light pours into the dining area, and the metal frame is painted and decorated with nearly perfect Victorian-era flair. Let's wrap this all up. I'm really glad I went to this character breakfast at Walt Disney World. A buffet is always going to perk up my gluttonous id. And as an added bonus, this one was definitely better quality than most. To me, the characters were a bit but for the kids and those creepy Disney adults, I can totally see the draw. However, for a history teacher like me, the biggest magic wasn't a flying elephant or a fairy godmother. It was a brilliant tip of the hat to a not so far away part of world history.